Yo, what's the business? It's your local neighborhood super rig off in this thing with your boy Brisk. What's poppin', bro?
What's good, bro? You know, it's always a good day when you wake up alive, fam.
It definitely. I'm talking about if I
Every
was to
single
wake
day.
up, if I was to wake up not alive, I think I'd be pretty upset. Today, now me and Brisk, we've been talking about just music of our youth and just how much the 90s was just the dopest decade for music. It just simply was. And we thought to ourselves, hey, how about we go through all of the hip hop albums that were dropped in the 90s, and we want to do it year by year. We were gonna start in 1990. However, I was all of maybe like, I don't know, 9 or 10 years old. I remember some stuff, but I wasn't really drenched in the music. We still go do the 90s, but when we thought about it, 96 was the year that hit us both. The nostalgia wave just hit us, and we just thought about all the dopest music that came out that year. And once we started going through to see what was released that year,
fire, all of it.
Nothing but heat rocks were released. Now, let's just do a little general overview of 1996 in music in general. Now, this is the Billboard year-end Hot 100 singles of 96. And there is something that is kind of different from how it was in the last, in the 2010s. And there's only one hip hop song on here. In the latest times, hip hop was running the charts, actually, especially in the 2000s. But this is looking like 2024 charts right now. The Macarena was the #1 top song of 1996. And if you were around for that time, you know for a fact that's not an over exaggeration or nothing. The Macarena was the Taylor Swift of 1996.
Yeah, bro. That was the most popular song. That was the $1 Million Baby in 1996.
Dude, insane. It was the Old Town Road of 1996. Yeah. It just took over, and I think I still kind of remember some of it. Like, and I remember the video and everything. If you was in a school function or anything, you was doing the Macarena. The next song, #2, was Mariah Carey, who ran. I ain't gonna lie, Mariah Carey was just unstoppable in the 90s. One Sweet Day with her and Boys to Men. Do you know the origin of the song? You know what that song was about?
No.
She had a friend, a gay friend that died of AIDS, and that song was a tribute to them. Okay. Yeah, and that's a really good song. Next up, Celine Dion, Because You Loved Me. I know that song, and what's crazy about the 90s was this was before YouTube and you being able to just kind of, you could pick what music you want to listen to if you bought a cassette or CD, but you can just walking around with no Bluetooth on and just going through every song ever. Like, you was gonna hear the top song of the time, period, sometime in life. You can always just control it. Yeah, you could have a tape player, or let's see, 96, they had the anti-skip CD players, but you was go hear these songs. So
it's wild. You had to have something physical in order if you want to hear these songs.
Had some feel. One, though, if your batteries died in your tape player, tape deck, or whatever, that's it. It was nothing else. Everybody wasn't just walking around with a CD player on them neither. Wasn't nobody just walking around with a cassette tape deck on them either. Once you was gone, you had to listen to what was on the radio. Especially if you was riding with somebody else. Wasn't no passing the aux neither. If you got in somebody's car and their music collection was trash, you was stuck listening to whatever they listened to. Damn.
You ever put your tape in somebody's tape deck and it ate it up?
Oh my gosh. I didn't put it in my own tape deck and ate it up, which was did you know you could tape them back together though?
Really?
Dude, I ate it up. I pulled it out, did some surgery. Just that part of the tape, it'll just go. It was like, it's Bone and Biggie. Biggie. It's Bone and keep going. You tape it back. Scotch tape for sure. Wow. Let's see. After that, Always Be My Baby by Mariah Carey. Dang, she got 2 songs already for 1996.
That's wild.
Give Me One Reason by Tracy Chapman. Wow. I that song, I only heard that when I was at the mall and I had to be in Abercrombie of the Gap. I never heard that just in general nowhere else.
She probably was killing the pop radio stations back then.
I'm talking about murdering. That Fast Car song though is my shit though. Like this ain't no, because Tracy Chapman got some jams. It's just finally we get to a hip hop song, Crossroads, and this is the Crossroads. This is the remix to Bone Thugs and Harmony's song from the 1995 album East 99, which is a certified classic. Ain't nothing skippable on East 99.
You were correct. This Uncle Charles song though, right?
Yeah, this the Uncle Charles version. Now, fun fact, I'm pretty sure, do you know what sample was used for the original Crossroads?
I don't.
That song that was sampled on the original Crossroads was the end music from the Sega Genesis game Eternal Champions, the fighting game.
Oh wow.
They actually sampled two beats off of that album from that game.
Oh, where?
Yeah, go check that out. DJ Unique, one of the work he did with Bone, crazy. Wow. And they just met him in the studio. Like when they got to LA, they was like, yo, we need somebody to help us make beats. And he was back there making beats for somebody else. And they just met and he played them some stuff and boom, he turned to their producer.
Wow.
Yeah, it's wild. Next up was Donna Lewis, I Love You Forever. Don't know who that is, and do you know that song in that person?
I do not.
No, I do not. Let's see I gotta see what she look like now. Oh yeah, I definitely wouldn't know who that was.
I wouldn't know who that was back then.
Yeah. And number 9 was You're Making Me High, Tony Braxton. Which you making that's a jam right there. And number 10, Keith Sweat slid right in there with Twisted.
So can Keith Sweat sing better than your boy?
Hell yeah. No, it wasn't even no auto-tune. That was pure bred throat humming. Number 11 was Quad City DJs, Come On Ride That Train. I believe that was from the Space Jam. That wasn't from the Space Jam.
It wasn't. Get up and ride this train.
That was the other version. I'm talking about that one that was like, come and ride that train and ride it. That sample Barry White. But they had another version on the Space Jam. Matter of fact, let's see. We right here on Wikipedia. Let's see which version was this one.
Come and ride that train.
Yeah, this was from their album Gonna Get Up and Dance. So this was the different one from that one. And I love that song. I love that beat. Quad City DJs, super dope producers. Let's see. Whitney Houston was on at number 14 with Exhale, Shoop song. That's a classic soundtrack right there. And Brandy, number 16, was Sitting Up in My Room. Remember that? Tupac, number 17, with Casey and JoJo, and with How Do You Want It / California Love. I guess it was the A and B side for that.
Dope.
And Hey Lover rounded off the 20s, the top 20 with LL Cool J. So it was about 5 hip hop songs in there. Let's see. Now, rap albums released. This was the year and date that they were released in. I didn't even know who Kid Rock was in 1996.
When did he come up with Sweet Home Alabama? Was that?
Oh, that was like 2000s and stuff. All that stuff, yeah. This is him. Let's see what this looked like.
When did Cowboy come out? That's
2000. That's all 2000. Yeah, this was called Early Morning Stoned Pimp. And let's see what songs was on here. Early Morning Stone Pimped, Paid, I Want to Go Back, Live, Detroit Thing, You Keep On. Yeah, this is very much for, he didn't blow up to the 2000s. But he had been an artist for the longest though. So
how he started off rapping, then went to rock and roll like some Machine Gun Kelly.
I'm not sure because I ain't hear that project. So that might have had rock songs on it too. So I don't know. He had been dropping albums before then though. Like Kid Rock wasn't just didn't come out when we heard him. He had been around for a minute. So, and that's how it be. It be crazy like that when we actually think about it. Dang it! I lost the page. Hold on, we gonna go back.
It was the third one, I thought.
No, I had clicked on the link and then it closed it. All right, we back where we was at. All right. Next up, who released? That was in January. The Brotherhood. I don't know who that was. The DOC. The DOC had released an album. It was called Helter Skelter. Speech. I don't know who. Oh, this that dude that was from Arrested Development. He dropped his own own little album. Sugar T from what was E40 them, The Click.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I used to like Sugar Free verse on Sprinkle Me.
Sugar T or Sugar Free?
Sugar T. My bad. Sugar T, yeah, I liked her verse on Sprinkle Me. With E40. Y'all, did y'all play the bump that song in St. Louis? Sprinkle Me was my shit. And Hurricane. I think she sung the chorus of Hurricane too. Then Eazy-E dropped his album Straight Off the Streets of Mickey Ficky Compton. I'm be honest, I ain't hear this album. Did you check this album out?
I just remember him coming through St. Louis for a concert, and I remember my aunt went, and like my mom, and like my aunts. I just remember my aunts and uncles and my mom going to that concert.
For this album.
Mm-hmm.
Then, and that was in January. That's what dropped January 96. Then February of 96, we got on the 13th, which I'm assuming was a Tuesday, because that's back when music used to drop on a Tuesday. We got Pac's All Eyes on Me. Right. The double LP that should have been one album that everybody go hate me for saying. Then we got Fugees The Score. All right.
that was heat, man.
Oh, hey, that Tuesday, I was going broke on that Tuesday. Yeah. Actually, I didn't buy All Eyes on Me though. All my homeboys had it, and I also didn't buy The Score because in '96 I was like in 7th grade and I was broke, so I was borrowing. I was borrowing music and stuff.
No, you wasn't. You said in 7th grade because I was a sophomore in high school.
Yeah. Wait. So 94. 93, 94. No, that was 7th grade. 95. Okay, I might have been in 9th grade, 8th, 9th grade. Yeah, I borrowed The Score from my boy Brock Jones, rest in peace. And everybody and their mama had All Eyes on Me. And I was the type of person that if everybody else had it, I'm going to eventually borrow from you. So, yeah, I didn't get it. Let's see. Then Mad Skills. That's that dude that do the yearly wrap up, right? Yeah. So definitely was not checking for that album. Gangsta Nip. No disrespect to him, but I just wouldn't. Gangsta Nip, I believe that's is he from Memphis? No, he from Houston. I didn't check for that. I didn't know that
about him. I knew who Lord Finesse was.
Yeah, I knew who Lord Finesse was. He was a part of Digging in the Crates. I think he was like a producer, and I might have listened to this album like not too long ago. Just on me going through a journey of East Coast music not too long ago. Very East Coastish for that time. Dark Sun Riders, they don't even got a wiki, but they dropped in 2027. Do you remember the Conscious Daughters?
I don't.
Bro, they had this song called how did that song go? Hold on. I remember them. I remember they was on the box. They was one of them artists that I found out on the box. And they had let me see what song they had. Oh, they had that song that went Expedition, Funky Expedition, Funky Expedition. Doom,
like,
doom, doom, doom.
I low-key remember that. Oh yeah. I do remember that.
Yeah. And that was that song, but that came out in '93. So they had a song called Gamers in '96. So that's when they dropped that stuff. But yeah, Conscious Daughters dropped. Plans of Fascination join the ranks. I wonder why they didn't make it with a name like that. Wise Intelligent. I'm sure wonder who that is. Wise Intelligent, hip hop musician from Trenton, New Jersey. He was a member of the Poor Righteous Teachers. Okay, that sounded familiar. Yeah, Wise Intelligent. He had a song "Killing You for Fun." Not on the radar in Little Rock, Arkansas at that time. Rapping Forte, Off Parole. Okay, and let me make sure this the album I'm thinking about, because if No, this didn't have the song. I knew. Ain't no play. I think this sampled the ain't no niggas. Well, the ain't no like the one I got. I want to say that's the same sample for that.
Is why
Let's
he had a
check
song.
on
He
it.
had a song called "The New Trump" back then.
Wow, it's crazy how back then
Number two.
all the rappers wanted to be Trump, and he was hanging out with rappers.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say this about Trump. I back then, for he was trying to be president, because I ain't give a damn about Trump before he was trying to run the country. But he was Michael Jackson's friend, and they had asked him about Michael one time, and he was like, "Man, he was such a handsome man. He messed up his face." And I called him. I was like, "Why do you keep doing this to your face? Why? Just stop. You need to stop, man." And I always was like, "Yeah, you can look it up. It's online." I remember that live when it happened. Like, I remember it happening like that. And him and Russell Simmons were super friends. He was on Method Man's album. The 2000, to Cal 2000.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that one had all them skits from all the celebrities? He was one of the people that called on that album too. Let's see. But Rappin' Forte came out with that second album. I'm a Rappin' Forte is Players Club is like, I play that song on repeat. I don't never just listen to it once. Players Club is my jam. Smooth the Hustler, Once Upon a Time in America. Are you familiar with Smooth the Hustler?
Probably if I heard one of his songs, but not off the top of my head.
He had a song with who was that he had a song with? We about to check it out. Yo, he had this dope song with this other dude, and they was kind of exchanging bars and stuff. And the beat was like, doom. It was the same beat to Warning that he had with his homeboy.
Okay.
And they was trading bars with each other, and it was doom. I forgot the name of the song, but he dropped in 96, wasn't on the radar though. Busta Rhymes The Coming dropped on March 26th, and this was the album that had Woo Ha Got You All in Check. This was like the beginning of Busta Rhymes, and I want to say that did not show up on our Chat GPT list, or do you remember seeing it?
I thought I did.
Okay. If we don't, we'll circle back to it, but this album was very innovative for the visuals. Like, when Busta Rhymes came through with that, wow. But we gonna get into that one. DJ Yella dropped. Cellar Dwellers dropped. Ill Biscuits dropped. Nonchalant.
I remember her. This has 5 o'clock in the morning. What's it gonna be outside on the corner?
That sound familiar.
Together.
That sound familiar. What she look like?
She was like about my color. She had like a little like a rap type hairstyle, maybe like
the shorter,
like some MC, like MC. What's her name? Like some MC Light type look. Her hair.
Okay. Then April 2nd, Beastie Boys dropped. Ghetto Boys dropped The Resurrection. I'm not sure what songs were on that album. We'll get to it. Bro, do you remember Bahamadia?
No. Yeah, I do.
And the reason I'm laughing, not because I'm laughing at her, I'm laughing because I don't know who said it, but somebody. So she was a rapper like Rhapsody is. Like, she was a real MC. Like, I'm talking about really spitting bars and stuff. But I remember somebody made a joke referencing her, like, yeah, you trying to come to me, something like your girl Bahamadia or something like. It was just too funny though, dude. Like how they use. I can't remember, so it's just crazy. Every time I hear the word Bahamadia, I associate it with this joke, but I can't remember the joke. MC8 came out with Death Threats. MC Ren came out with The Villain in Black. I ain't never checked for MC Ren like that. Chino XL came with Here to Save Your Soul. I wondered this album had that song, I'm a Creep.
Man, Chino XL be spitting, bro.
I couldn't get into dude, man. I couldn't
He
get
be
into
going
dude,
in,
man. Yeah, Creep was on this album. When I heard that song, it was like I liked the chorus, but I couldn't get into what he was saying because I was like, I'm neither one of those things, so I don't really need to understand what you're trying to say. For you to say that, I'm sorry. What was that song about anyway?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because he was like, I think you are special. I wish I was special. I was like, wow, this man really has some self-esteem issues. Yo, the Ice Cream Man came out in 96. Did that song take over your radio station in St. Louis?
It did.
It took over Power 92 and Lil Rock. Mr. Ice Cream Man. Ice Cream Man. And how could you hate Silk? Silk verse was so crazy on that, man.
He always just felt off.
Silk verse was crazy. How they go? Mr. Ice Cream Man, come in. I forgot his verse, but man, that's when I was like, yeah, Silk that dude. Key West, the Mad Lad, don't know you, and you don't have a wiki. Mac Mall, I know he is very influential from the Bay, but it's not really I didn't know anybody listened to that and I wasn't on it. Eric Sermon dropped Insomnia. That don't have a wiki page, so I'm assuming that's not when he dropped the music song with the Marvin Gaye sample. That had to be late.
That probably was 98 maybe.
Yeah, which was another crazy year. DJ Cool, Let Me Clear My Throat, which now reading it, I never really read it, but reading it, that was a very plausible it's a pause-tastic. That's pausational. Let me clear my throat. Next up, Esham, who is a Detroit legend that I don't believe I have ever heard no music from. They dropped their album Dead Flowers. Have you heard of Esham music?
I have not.
I just know he a Detroit legend, so forgive us for not knowing that it just wasn't in my area at that time. Sally Cell, I believe. Let me see if this that album that had
Going
that
down.
song. Yeah, that song was so cold, bro.
Going down.
Let's see. Yep, it's going down. It's going down tonight. Tonight it goes down. That song was so hard. Now that album was I remember my homeboy had that album too. It was pretty good. That beat was crazy. Cause that was the
Computer Love.
Yeah. I think it's impossible to make a wax song using that beat. If you make a wax song using that beat, something's wrong with you. Cool Keith dropped Dr. Octagonacologist. He kind of like what's his name, Dr. Doom and stuff. They would drop them weird concept albums that be dope if you could get past the packaging and stuff. I wasn't getting past that packaging.
Is he trying to say gynecologist?
It's octogynecologist, and it was on purpose. So I'm sure Cool Keith would be different characters for different albums and stuff too, like Dr. Doom would be. Luke came out with Uncle Luke, and let's see, this probably had Raised the Roof on it, if I'm remembering correctly. No, this had Scarred. Scarred is one of my favorite songs, and this was one of Trick Daddy's dopest verses.
The whole the track list is crazy.
Oh, let's see. Bust the nut, dick and mouth. Bounce to the beat. Never forgot whence you came. Freaks on the radio. Freaky bitches. Asshole naked. Whoop, there goes the monetization for this video. Just about reading this track list. To have a dick. Boom. TK the pussyologist. I think that's TK Kirkland too was on that skit.
Oh really? That had to be, yeah. Dang.
And then 24 out the closet. And we're gonna leave it on there. Oh, wait, we can't leave it. Straight beef. I only heard Scarred. I can only imagine what was going on in this album. MC Breed, he dropped to the beat, y'all. I know this didn't have his classes, Ain't No Future in Your Front and stuff, but MC Breed was dope. RIP to MC Breed. And RIP to Chino XL as well. Real Live, who just passed recently. Turn Around, a long-awaited drama. Never heard of that. May 15th, Messy Marv, Messy Situation. I believe he was also from California. Yeah, he from the Bay Area. I'm not aware of that song. Dr. Dre, First Round Knockout.
Like Canada's First Round Knockout?
Is a compilation album by Triple X Records, which was billed as a retrospective of early tracks produced by Dre. Okay, all right. So this was like, how them companies be done sign somebody their first deal and all that stuff got put in a vault and then they finally drop it as a compilation. All right, I got it. Too Short, Getting It, album number 10. Classic. There's nothing more to be said about that. We'll get into that later on. Shaim, the child, the kid Wu-Tang, he dropped Lost Generation.
I used to rock that.
That album?
Yeah. I got it from Columbia House.
A Columbia House discovery. Those was the best. That's how you would really be like, man, there's a lot of dope music out here too. Yeah. Columbia House was Columbia House actually was like going to Google and just randomly falling onto some, not Google, but Pandora, or just putting shuffle on Spotify and just putting it in, like, wow, if this CD cover wasn't so ugly, I would have bought this thing. But who knew some great music? Pete Miser, I don't even know who that is. Yeah, but he dropped. He is I don't know who that is. People Without Shoes, nobody cares. Hyenas in the Desert, definitely nobody cares. Delinquent Habits, that look like they from Norfolk, California. I don't know who they are, but they.
So their Latin group is here.
Yeah, I ain't never heard of them. I saw a documentary with them in it, but I never heard their music. Is what I meant. Digital Underground dropped the album Future Rhythm. I wonder what songs came off of this.
Sing my song. Oh, yeah. Humpty, was it Humpty on this one?
Oh no, nigga, that was like 91.
Hold on, what songs was on that one then?
Oh, this just dropped in 96. Do you remember anybody talk about Digital Underground in 1996?
I can't remember. Was I Get Around on that?
No, not Get Around, like 92. That was when Pac was with them.
I'm sure.
I was gonna say though,
I can't remember who was on this then.
None you listen to. I by this time they had fell all the way off. Lost Boys, Legal Drug Money. I had this album and it was 100% a Columbia House purchase, and I was shocked at all the heat that was on this album. Jeep Flex Coupe, yes. The Lifestyles of the Rich and Shameless was dope. Jeeps, Lex Coupes, Beamers, and the Benz. For all my niggas and their friends, keep your head up.
Was Beast from the East part 2 on here? Beast from the East?
Let's see.
Nah, it wasn't.
Nah, it wasn't on here. But yeah, this whole album was dope. Very, very, very dope album. Where are we at now? Ice-T dropped Ice-T 5, Return of the Real. I definitely did not listen to this. Did you? And I messed with T back in the late 80s. And when I say messed with him, I knew them songs from there, but he was never like somebody I followed and actively went and purchased their music. He didn't even get a Columbia House purchase from me, but I liked the singles I heard. But I didn't hear that. Cool G Rap, X-Rated, phenomenal MC. Definitely was not checking for him in 96, so I don't know what they sound like. Company Flow, that sounds very hip-hoperish, and I didn't never hear that. Are you aware of this group and their music?
I'm not.
Heather B. You remember Heather B from the Real World?
Definitely do remember Heather B, though.
Yes. And I definitely do not remember this album because I didn't pick it up. But I'm sure it had some.
I remember seeing her on videos and stuff, though.
Yeah. I remember her as a rapper. Yeah. It was very Bahamadia to me. Insane Clown Posse, I ain't hear these dudes until they was on the 666 song. Them and 666 done did a few songs together, and they got a massive, when I tell you they have a massive cult following, they do a fest every year that's like OVO fest.
Still?
To this day.
Dang.
Like they richer than who you think rich. And that's all they money. Like they independent game is Tech 9 levels.
Wow.
Yeah, they've been around for a long time too. Hell to Scale to Nocturnal. This album was so fire. This album had the La Fla song on it, and it had one of the dopest verses that I still be saying to this day. I think it was La Fla. Yeah, this song right here. And I forgot who spit it, but it was like, who won test? Y'all, Mr. Maldu, aka Loch Ness, y'all. Guard your chest, y'all. Nothing can protect y'all. From who? From up top, north, south to the west, y'all. We coming through your set, y'all. Fuck the rest, y'all. We be the best, y'all. Yes, y'all. I buck shots north, south, east to west, y'all. Oh, yeah. Dude went off. That whole song, everybody's clicked off that song. And the rest of the album was good too. But that's
that wasn't Sean Prince, was it?
That was I think his name was Loch Ness.
Okay.
I went into the group to really know their names. I just would buy that album. I got that album. It was also a Columbia House, 11 for a penny fine. But that song was on Rap City all the time too, though.
Yeah.
And I kind of messed up with their verse, but I know it. Reasonable Doubt dropped June 25th.
That was heat.
Fun fact: never heard that album.
What?
I know the songs on it. I know the singles. Doing it with what? I know all the singles and stuff, but gotta be honest with people. I was never like a Jigga fan like that. I liked all his singles he dropped. I didn't buy a Jay-Z CD until his Drake plan worked of doing a song with UGK, and that was the first time I bought a Jay-Z album when he did Big Pimpin'. Because he could rap, but he didn't make music I wanted to listen to like that until Big Pimpin' came out. Then I bought Big Pimpin' and the Black Album.
Because on Reasonable Doubts, it was Ain't No Nigga like the one I got.
That was also on the show soundtrack though. So I had the show soundtrack. It was no reason for me to buy that album. Dead Presidents was dope, but it wasn't no reason for me to buy that album.
Came Not to Hustle with Mary J.
That's not a vibration of mine that I get into in them type of songs and stuff.
I got you.
So it's a classic, but I've never been a Jay-Z fan, and that's not when I say I've never been a Jay-Z fan. Let me retract that. Jay-Z make dope music. The Black Album is a classic album to me. What is it? What's that other one? The Life and Times Volume 2 is my favorite. Is one of my favorite, and Volume 3. And I heard the other one, the one without Big Pimpin' is the one I heard on accident. Was like, oh, that's dope. Anything after that, especially Kingdom Come, that album was horrible. And American Gangster was a really good album. And I liked 444. But I'm saying all this to say, when I say I'm not a Jay-Z fan, I'm not saying I don't like his music. His music is good. I don't hate him like I hate Fraudry. However, he was just kind of too close to Fraudry for me to really kind of, you know what I'm saying? And when Nas killed him with Ether, joyous occasion. The hair is raising on my arm now. The first time I heard Ether, I was like, yes. And another album I never heard, Blueprint. Didn't care to hear it. I heard Takeover, and I was like, oh, he going to Nas. And I ain't no Nas fan either. I just didn't like Jay-Z like that. So when Nas came and knocked him down, it was great. Let's see. I can hear the unsubscribe clicks happening as we go along. Quad City DJs, get on up and dance. That I didn't hear that album, but Quad City DJs they had the Come and Ride the Train song. I know it was on there for sure.
Come and Ride the Train.
Various artists, Americans Dying Slowly. Yo, do you remember that Wu-Tang song that was on it? And they had sampled Let's Straighten It Out. And that was rap about AIDS. So this was an AIDS benefit rap album to make AIDS awareness for us children of the ghettos around that time. Let's go through the track list of this one. No Rubber, No Backstage Pass, performed by Biz Markie, Chubb Rock, and Prince Paul.
What the hell?
You don't remember this album?
Probably if I heard the songs, I'll probably remember it. Because they used to come on any like the video shows.
I didn't hear none of these from the video shows. I
remember
forgot
this.
how I even got my hands on that album. It was the RZA of them though. It was Wu-Tang. So back then, if I saw Wu-Tang associated with something, except for Zayn, I don't know why I didn't buy his stuff. But because I heard his stuff on Rap City, I was like, But I would get it. And they had America, they did the title track called America is Dying Slowly. But look at who I was on here. Biz Markie, Chubb Rock, Prince Paul, Pete Rock, the Lost Boys, Wu-Tang Clan, here you go, America. And they was like, America is dying slowly. And they was just talking about, how we just be raw dogging chicks and stuff. Blood, performed by Goody Mob, bro. Big Rube. I Break Some Off, Coolio. Listen to Me Now, A-Ball MJG, Street Life, Mob Deep.
Dang.
Check Yourself, Spice One, Selly Cell, 187 Fact, and Banks even had Callie in the house telling you to go get yourself checked for STDs.
Wow.
Common was on here. Organized Confusion. De La Soul. I don't know why I said Organized Confusion like I really know them dudes like that, but they was on here. OC and Buck Wild, I do know them. Sadat X, Fat Joe, Diamond D, Digging in the Crates. Domino, I know you know Domino. Why he front on St. Louis like that, man? Why he had folks thinking he was from Cali like that and then correct him?
Here you go.
Cause I sure thought he was O-Dog homeboy from Into Society. I thought he was a straight Cali dude. Didn't find out he was from St. Louis until I read in the Vibe interview, and it was way deep down there. I was mad about Roscoe Dash and how I felt for y'all. I don't like folks be from one place and try to let other folks think they from another place. Sweet Potato Pie was so fire. Yeah. And there we go. Once again, didn't he do the singing rapping thing?
Yeah, he did.
But they tried to give it to who? Fraudry. I'm appalled and sick. And he could actually sing. Wasn't no auto-tune in 96.
Yeah, he was getting it.
Let me calm down. Let's see. Where else we at? Oh! This did not pop up on the list. This is wait, before we get to there and I get too hyped. Prince Paul dropped Psychoanalysis 2. Prince Paul is a very influential producer from the East. He produced De La Soul's first albums and with them, and he technically invented the skit on rap album. So shout out to Prince Paul. Didn't hear that album, didn't care. Crucial Conflict, the final tick, dropped in 96. I know that album front to back, back to front.
Is that the one with Hey on it?
Yes, because they only dropped the second album after that crashed and burned.
Yeah, that Crucial Conflict was fire.
And they did the world a favor by putting the actual lyrics to the songs in the CD cover. So I was able to learn all the lyrics to that song, Desperado.
Yeah, Desperado was dope.
Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh.
They had some fire on that mug.
Nothing
man.
but heat. It's still in my CD book I got.
Hey, Tell to the Jungle. Showdown. I remember Showdown being dope, if I remember right.
Yep. It was like, niggas laying down on the ground, it's a showdown. Don't you come around trying to clown, it's a showdown. Motherfucker showed me it was gonna be a showdown. When I came around, I was like, I forgot the rest of it. Well, I know it. Yo, I love that song, man. Crucial Conflict don't get the props that they deserve, and I hate that their second album was so trash. I remember I was so excited for that second album. I put it in there. I was like, oh my gosh. And I could tell that the record company, they listened to suggestions from the record company. You know who signed them originally?
Who?
Fab Five Freddy. He in the Hey video, as a matter of fact.
I mean, that song was so hard when that first came out, bro. It was so different.
So different. I remember my homeboy Saeem was running down the hall just yelling, hey, like he would just be, hey, in the middle in school and just be running around. Like, you know how you hear something real faint and then it get louder and louder and louder? He pass by you and then he be like, hey, and he just loop around the school doing that, dude. De La Soul, Stakes is High. I remember that song.
Stakes is High song.
Yeah. How about the album? Did you check it out?
I probably did. I think that was a Columbia House.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Shout
Dude,
out
I
to
don't know how,
Columbia.
man, I had about, I ain't gonna lie, dog, I had about 28 records, 28 CDs from Columbia House because I had Erica Badu before.
Columbia House. 50% of this catalog right here is Columbia House, buddy. To this day, I don't understand why they was just. Well, I actually looked into it. Apparently, how Columbia House worked was they had a lot of overstock. If they had a lot of overstock and stuff or whatever, they was just trying to get it out. And it was basically promotion too. Like how we talking about, yo, I wouldn't have listened to it if I hadn't had Columbia House. We would get the CDs and then they was betting on, oh, if they like what they got, they go out and buy the artist's other stuff.
I got you. Cause I used to be like, man, that's not a good business plan.
Yeah, but it's more to it than that. But that was pieces of the puzzle too, though. Because even as a youngster, I was like, this is dumb. Like you said, it's horrible, horrible. How are they making money? I know this CD is $17.99 at the mall. I just seen it.
Facts, bro. Like facts.
Like, and they was prompt too. You get your CD pretty fast for back then. Next up, NWA Greatest Hits. I have this album. I still got this album. This album is in here. Matter of fact, I got half all of the stuff I was crunk about. I have it in this thing somewhere.
Matter of fact, I got mine. I think I got mine. Hold on 1 second. It's right in this closet.
Let me see. I know I got this NWA. And the show came out in 95. The show came out in 95. Oh my gosh, bro. These the ones that wouldn't fit in the sliders.
Yeah, I definitely got mine here.
Hold on. Boom.
I don't got that one in here though.
I used to listen to that all day long, that Greatest Hits. Hey, you wanna know what's funny? You know who jacked they same Steezo?
Who that?
The very next year?
Who? Sure did.
Hey, no, that is plenty of covers before then that look like that.
I was about to say, dang.
And yes, NSYNC's first album was hella dope. So were their second and third and fourth. I don't care what you guys got to say. You can judge me. We suck dicks and die. All right. They probably like, you listen to NSYNC, you probably sucking dick. I'm like, look, don't judge me about it.
Here go the All Eyes on Me. I got the CDs.
I ain't never have that album. I don't even know what it looked like. So it was his eyes?
Yeah, that's what it was. This is CD look like.
I think I had a burnt tape of it. Of the songs I liked off of that album. But you want to know something? They was playing pretty much all his stuff on the radio in my city. Because back then, in the Mix at 6, they didn't have to follow the program, and they was just playing, cuts off the stuff, and they would censor it live on air.
Oh damn! I do remember radio stations should be doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I miss when the radio was like that, dude. Next up, let's see, where was we at? Crucial Conflict. Nas. It was written. I think I got that album.
Every time I think of that, I just think of Tupac lyric. Hey, yo, Nas, it was written. Hey, Nas, your whole damn style was bitten. With my melodies, written about my life in the papers. All my run-ins with authorities, felonious capers.
Boy, that boy, Pac was an angry man.
He was. He just go in on folks. I used to be like, why is he mad at Nas?
Why was he mad at Nas?
I don't know. I never knew.
We gotta have to do a video on Tupac's beefs. Cause he would. Boy, I'm still mad. I heard that Chino XL just kind of referenced him one time, and he was like, "F you too."
Chino, have you seen the memes where people be acting like they part of the band whenever Tupac is going off and they be sitting there?
Yeah, and they was and it was like, oh my gosh.
Bro is tripping.
Next up we had New Kingdom, Paradise Don't Come Cheap. They had to be pop rap duo. Yeah, I don't know about y'all. Funk Mob. They were from the Bay. Never heard of them. Al Tariq, God Connections. That was Sadat X and the Wild Boys, I'm assuming, because it got that right next to it. 11-5, never heard of them. They were from the Bay. A1 Yola. I'm sure they had some jams on it, probably. A Tribe Called Quest dropped beats, rhymes, and life. I did not get into this album. This one, Consequence, kind of was highlighted on this album and stuff.
I think I got that one.
I ain't get into that one. Mr. Mike, Wicked Ways. Please tell me this had the song I'm thinking about on it. Was it? It wasn't Having Things. It was it Player? I'm just a player. Boo,
I heard that record.
boo, boo. But that wasn't on this album. Okay, that must have been like an earlier song. Yeah, I don't know none of these songs. But shout out to Mr. Mike. He one of the few people I heard. It's a story about Mr. Mike because he was signed to rap a lot, and he got into it with Jay Prince, and Jay Prince owed him some money, and he went to one of Jay Prince's studios and tried to set it on fire and busted the security there. He's like, they said he was one of the few people that was not scared of Jay Prince at all, and did all that, and he's still alive.
Wow.
I think I got some details of that story rearranged, but that's the gist of it. I heard. Riding Dirty, UGK.
Yeah.
Ride Dirty. We gonna go more in depth into that. Now that I'm thinking as we go through the list, I think we should just go through the top 10 of the everything that we found as far as the rap stuff is concerned. Because this year was nothing but heat rocks. Marvelous. I don't know who they is, but they was from the Bay. It's crazy how the independent game and the rap game in the Bay was how many projects they had that if you in California you would know about it, and if you wasn't, you wouldn't know about it.
They supported their own too.
They supported their own. You can make a living being a Bay Area artist just being in your state and not really having to go nowhere else or whatever. But they had a big fan bases in Kansas too, though. Bay Area artists and stuff. 9. You remember 9? He had that song, What You Want, 9? I piss all the time. What you want, 9? I piss all the time. What you want, 9? El Posse with my name up in lights in the. That beat went so crazy. I ain't check out that album, and I know that song was on there though.
I'm about to listen to it right now to check it out, see if I remember that.
Yeah, I think the name of the song was 9.
I remember this song.
Yeah. That sample was crazy.
Yeah, I remember that song. Yeah.
Akinelli with the classic.
I definitely remember that.
Put it in your mouth. This is a classic. This need to be in top 50 greatest hip hop songs of all time. If it's not, it should be in there. Blase. You remember that song? When the Heat is in the house. Oh my God, danger. Whole album, didn't touch it, but that single, I had it. Cypress Hill.
Was that
you had that album?
No, I remember that song, but this was Jump Around on that.
Jump Around
with Cypress Hill.
That was House of Pain.
Damn, tripping.
But I mean, I can't fault you because
what did Cypress Hill have?
Cypress Hill came out with that song. Here is something you can't understand. How I could just kill a man.
Kill a man, and then sang in the membrane.
Yeah.
What was on that one?
I don't know.
Insane in the membrane.
Insane, got no brain. Yeah, I don't know none of these songs. But around this time, they was in heavy beef with Ice Cube. So West Side Connection, that album was basically a Cypress Hill diss track. And the East Coast, they was going hard at the East Coast too in that album. Shout out to my brother. He bought me West Side Connection. I'm glad he did. That's one of my favorite albums. Face Mob was a group consisted of Scarface, 350, MG, Devin the Dude. I didn't know. I'm gonna be honest. I heard of Face Mob, but I never heard of their music. Do you know a song they had, a popular song that they had?
If I heard it, but I can't think of like the top of my head. Be like, I remember a Face Mob song. I just definitely remember that.
Do any of these songs?
Tales from the Hood. I seen them. I heard
You
them.
remember, speaking of that, you remember Domino song he had on that soundtrack? It was like, I know it sound bad, but it's all good. These are the tales from the tales from the hood. But it's all good. Domino was dope, dude. Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know nothing from Face Mob. The Mexicans, spelled MEXAKINZ. The Mexicans?
Yeah.
Let's see what songs was on this album. And look, the cover of their album was the wall that Trump was trying to build.
Yeah.
You don't know? I don't know none of these songs. You are any of these? They had Chino XL on it.
The Mexicans.
Nah, I don't know these dudes at all.
Nah.
Let's see who else. Insane Poetry. I wouldn't have picked that CD up. They would have not got picked up through the Columbia House with a name like that. Black Plague. You know these folks?
I don't think so. I never heard that.
Silk the Shot. This is a classic album, bro. I know you ain't heard it because you hate them. This album is so great, bro. This album, I'm talking about, you don't have to skip nothing on this album. Nothing. The Shocker is a classic song, bro. This is a classic album, man. I feel sorry for you, bro.
I can't deal with it. Yeah, on beat. He barely be on beat, bro. I can't deal with it, bro.
It's a pocket. Now, this was so crazy. Now these young kids can call it a pocket. When he was in his own pocket back then, straight disrespect. Anybody who say they like any of these new rappers that don't like Silk, hypocrites. Let's see. A+. I remember A+.
He was on that record. I'm talking about. The Beast from the East was Lost Boys had released in like '97. That's one of the coldest rap songs I ever heard. It was Lost Boys, the A+ and Redman on that mug. And Cannabis was on there too, I think.
I remember A+. Did he have like, I don't remember no like single though, but I remember seeing him on Rap City and stuff.
But he had a big single. Let me see what his big single was.
All I See?
I think that was it. Yeah.
Is that familiar?
I'm about to play it and see. I think that was it. It was like some like love song.
I'm about to play that too because I ain't never. I remember him. I just don't remember that song. Let's see. A+. All I See.
All I See. That was one of them. I do remember hearing that song on the TV. Hey, I typed A+ in YouTube and started coming up with CompTIA stuff.
Oh, so you're trying to do a career change? Well, welcome, man. I didn't listen to this song. I don't remember this song neither, and I'm looking at the video. I don't remember the video neither. I remember him though.
Yeah, I remember.
Maybe I remember him from like, you remember back in the day they would have all of them like whatchamacallit them advertisements and like the Source and stuff, and it would be artists, and like in your mind you remember seeing them, but you ain't never heard their music. That's how he is. I think I just saw him from that because I don't remember none of this stuff.
I definitely remember him on the Beast from the East record.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Let's see. Well, I know him, but I ain't heard that album. Passion, Ballers, Lady. Did that sound familiar?
No.
She Bay Area as well.
Bay Area was killing it, bro.
They just dropping hella heat. MC Light, Missy laced her with the Rock the Party song. You remember that song?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the history of that song?
No.
Have you ever listened to the lyrics of this song?
Rock the Party? No.
Yeah. They make zero sense. And MC Light did an interview and they asked about it. They was like, yo, so what was up with Rock the Party? We're like, that song ain't talking about. She was like, I was trying to write to that song in the studio. I was trying to come up with like a story or something to put together. And Puffy came up to me and was like, look, this is a party dance song. Nobody cares about nothing. They ain't gonna be in the club trying to listen to this to figure out nothing. Just say stuff that rhyme. That's what I want you to do. And so that's what she did. Next time you ever listen to that song, listen to the words and you gonna be like, what the hell is going on? Like what the
I
hell
just,
is
I just
going on?
really remember the hook.
That's what he was telling them. He was just in there trying to dance. Yep. Your verses. Basically, now I'm thinking about it, he basically like your verses are worthless for this song. People just go listen to the sample and dance. Like she had a verse that said, she said, who you come here with? Leave the posse at. Wait. Who you come here with? Where your posse at? Leave the boys alone. Only you and me, baby. No, I got the keys, baby. It was just weird. I know that little part was about her talking to a dude, but then it just went to a nonsensical talk. I don't know. It was crazy. That's still one of my favorite songs of all time, though. And Missy laced it when she came with the he have. Outkast, ATLs. Do or Die. Picture this. Was this the one with, this ain't Pope Pimpin' though. Pope Pimpin' was called Pope Pimpin'.
Yeah, that's right.
Or was it? Yeah, this had Pope Pimpin' on it. Wow, I don't think I heard this album though.
In the backseat, chopping it up.
And the reason now it makes sense why I said that. I had the single. I didn't buy this album. I ain't buy the album. Did you listen to the album?
I feel like I did, but I'm pretty sure I had. Matter of fact, it might be in this thing.
That was an album I didn't have.
Is that
but that song got nothing but play. Matter of fact, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you another Do or Die song actually. Did they have a follow up hit to that?
Called Paper Chase.
How did that go?
We on the mother. The Paper Chase.
I ain't heard that one. I'm just saying, I ain't heard it.
Yeah. But but it was because of where I was at though. Like Peoria and St. Louis. Because they from Chicago.
Drew Down. Can You Feel Me? That song was so dope. I used to do that dance for like, can you feel me? You remember that song?
I do remember Drew Down, but I can't bring that song to my head right now.
Can you feel me? I want to say that was a sample from a 80s song. Also, Drew Down, I don't know if he's still like that, but he was a star on the prison reality show.
For real?
Yeah. And he was in there rapping.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
What Can You Feel Me?
Mm-hmm. I just played it. Yep.
And I remember his song Mac of the Year. Young Ed, don't know who that is. Mr. 3-2. He must be from he from West Rap Coast. A Lot. He from Houston. I'm sure he probably had a good run. I remember seeing this in The Source though. I remember this CD cover. Did this CD cover look familiar to you?
Nah.
Where he had his hair braided in one picture and then the fro out in the other one. I remember seeing this. And I remember looking at it like, he didn't sell me. What else? Where was it? Okay, Houdini. They came out with another album, 6. Definitely didn't check for that. That was released on So Def.
Wow. I remember hearing Houdini and thinking that was like an old group.
Wow. That's crazy. Juggernauts.
I don't remember that long thing.
They from New York, Clear Blue Skies. Yeah, I don't remember them. Dr. Dre back in the day. I think that was another compilation album. Yeah, that was another compilation album. The Dayton Family. I remember the Dayton Family. Did y'all listen to them up there?
I don't know. I had to see.
They was from Michigan. And they did a lot of songs with 666 and stuff. Hold on, let me see. Where was this?
Get Crunk.
They did a lot of songs with 666. They had that Midwest gangster music.
FBI.
Let me see. But the thing is, I remember. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me make sure. Did they have it? This song right here. I think this was a song. Google this song. Tell me if you heard this song, because I think the chorus it started like. I'm
pulling it up now.
Man, the ghetto ain't no joke. How can they do that? How would a brother get away? I remember that song.
Yeah, I'm hearing it. I don't remember that.
Oh, and they sample "Float On" by the Floaters with "Get Together." They used to play that on the radio, but I remember them from they songs they used to do with 666 and stuff. That's where I mainly remember them from. The Roots dropped "Philadelphia Half for Life."
That was dope. That was fire. I definitely had that.
I don't know what songs was on this. What
what
song
they do
was on
there? I think what they do was on there. The Roots.
Yeah, I know that song.
What they do.
Let's see.
Yeah, what they do is heat.
No, what they do ain't on here though.
Yes, it did.
Oh yeah, you're right. My bad. Dang, Raphael Siddiqui go. Look who on here. You done heard Bahamadia before.
Oh.
Told you, dude. Bahamadia was a rhyme spitter, but I can never not stop laughing at this. Bahamadia. I don't know why that's such a funny name to me. But yeah.
Yeah, that What You Do is like one of my favorite songs of all time.
I like the video because the video was when it like representing like people fronting rap and stuff.
Yeah, it was like it had like bottles. It was like these used bottles.
Yeah,
these got water in it.
And they wasn't lying. They was telling fact truth. Like that video right here was on some Roddy Papa thing, and I think a lot of people didn't really register that this wasn't just a song. They was telling you the rap game was fake.
That song was beautifully made with the instrumentation, all that.
I don't remember all of that stuff, but I remember that video. And I don't remember none of the verses neither, but I remember the video. I remember the chorus too, but I don't remember none of it.
It was just so musical, man.
Yeah, you know me. I like that drum machine. I don't want to see nobody back there. I need to hear that MP. But yeah, shout out to the Roots though. Very influential band in rap. Ain't they like the only band in rap? At least that blew up real big?
Might be.
Razzcast, Soul on Ice. I remember this album. I remember that song. I didn't buy the album, but I liked Soul on Ice. Did you get this album?
Nah, I ain't get the album, but I like that song. I was just listening to that song again to make sure I knew what it was.
Yeah, that beat was cold on that.
It was. That beat was nasty.
Goose, Clear and Present Danger. Don't know who that is. Ultra.
I don't know.
Big Time. I do not. They had a CD cover. Oh, they was Cool Keith and Tim Dog put together. All right, so that was them. Never heard of them. Well, I heard them individually, but not together. Grave, Down to Earth, the Bush Babies. I remember them, but from the early '90s though, and I can't remember the songs though, and I definitely wasn't checking for them in '96. Jeru the Damager.
I don't know who that is.
Well, Poor Righteous Teachers. I said the boy because I was like, if I did not record this, but it's recorded though. The Poor Righteous Teachers. That was that group that one dude whose name was Wise Intelligent Wisdom was from group. Exhibit at the Speed of Life. I wonder what songs was on this. Did you have this album?
I think that was the album where Exhibit walked out the house and there was all kind of crazy stuff going on.
Yeah. Okay. I don't remember that song though. Yeah, Paparazzi, The Foundation, Catastrophe. I don't remember. I don't know.
It might have been Catastrophe.
I remember that video, but I don't remember the sound on it. But I will say this: if I was down to my last choice on Columbia House, I probably would have picked this based off the CD cover. I was like, all right, this look interesting enough. Let me see what's going on. How did you make your choices in the Columbia House?
Well, stuff that I heard on and stuff. And I remember whenever I picked Erykah Badu, though, I picked her because I had a crush on her.
Yeah.
And her songs was fire too, though. Like if I heard their songs on like MTV or BET or something like that, or whatever we was listening to videos on, if I seen their video, I would pick their stuff.
I only went to Columbia House because I usually bought what I wanted. Columbia House was just me being bored and I was like, oh, I can get this for free. So all my Columbia House was based off the cover.
And then I would go to the store to get like I would go to a record store to get like albums I wanted. I remember about that Pop.
Yeah. It's my favorite album of all time of Columbia House because 702, which is my favorite R&B girl group of all time. They Stilo and all that. I wasn't buying R&B stuff back then. All my R&B stuff I bought was from Columbia House, and that was with including Maxwell, them, and a couple of white groups too. But yeah, that's it. Usually for me was based on the cover. West Side Connection, Bow Down, classic album. Have you heard this album?
Yes.
I love this album. One of my favorite. I used to sit in back of class with this one girl, and I used to sing that song that went, "Irresistible Bitch, Let's Go." Well, where we going? Westward, ho. You remember that?
I do, man.
I was singing that. She thought it was so damn fun. Because I would start it off, I was like, hey, what if I came to you like, "Irresistible Bitch, let's go." And then I point to her, I'd be like, all right, now you say where we going. And she'd be laughing. She'd be like, where we going? I'm like, Westwood, ho. And we just be back there cracking up saying that shit. Shout out to my brother put me on that album, dude.
You know my favorite song on the album was? It was that one song like, "Gangsters make the world go."
That song goes so hard, dude. That song goes so hard. 360 degrees, like my deeds, the world be spinning. Niggas been sinning since the beginning. Man, dude. That used to go so hard, dude. PMD, Business is Business. If this had the song I think it had on there, I listen to this song like once a week. If it had Rough, Rugged, and Raw. Do you know Rugged and Raw?
Let me pull it up.
And the version you probably gonna hear is the EP, is the Das Effects remix version. They be like, I wanted to keep it. Wait, how it go? Rough, Rugged, and Raw. And PMD, my life, my only friend. I wanted to keep it hard. Wait, how? I listen to it all the time. I can't think of it now.
I put the regular version. I put the regular version. Let me put the other version.
The Das Effects version, the best one to me.
Yeah, that's the one I remember.
That beat when it come on, that sample so sick. That song goes so hard.
They had videos. It was at least 832 dudes in that video, and no women.
No women.
Bruh.
That was pretty much every East Coast song at that time. It just be a whole bunch of dudes packed together, just hanging out with each other, like in Timberlands, pants sagging. Then I'm thinking about it, it's like a prison yard down that thing.
That's exactly what was going on. That's wild. It's casting the rain on this video with a whole bunch of dudes together. I never peeped that. Oh, man.
Oh my gosh, dude. They was trying to program us, dude, to be Thugalicious. Oh no, Gangstalicious. Oh my gosh. What else dropped after that? MOP Firing Squad. That didn't have none of the songs. I ain't get into MOP until they dropped Annie Up. And I think that was like 98, 99 or something. House of Pain. Now these the jump around dudes.
Okay, yeah.
And definitely wasn't checking for them in 96. Chuck D, Autobiography of Mr. Chuck. Sorry, wasn't checking for that. Above the Law, Time Will Reveal. Now, Above the Law have one of my favorite songs of all time. It's called VSOP. I know it went on this album though. And RIP to one of their members. I know one of their members passed away as well. They a West Coast legendary group as well. I don't think they get their just due. Black Moon, Digging in the Vaults. I remember this album. I'm not sure what songs was on it. How many MCs? It was a lot of songs that said was asking how many MCs. I don't remember none of these. I don't remember these right here. Let's see. Oh, the Brat second album came out, and this had this song.
Funkified on it.
Nah, this the one that had this song "Sitting on Top of the World," where she was on the top of that truck. This was her second album, and had this song "Sitting on Top of the World." Sitting on top of the world. It sampled Rick James. Oh, Mary Jane. That's what that was. The riff from Mary Jane. But that didn't chart like it should have. Like that song wasn't a hit that they was trying to get it to be.
The
Next album was, huh?
The Brat was dope.
Yeah, she was dope. You know, she was she was just supposed to be the Atlanta girl version of Snoop Dogg.
Word.
That's why her first album. That's why she was so laid back on Functified and stuff. Like that was Jermaine Dupri. He was just like, all right,
make a lot of sense.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, I was just trying to copy the G Funk and put it on her, and so we just did it, and that's why I was sounding like how she sounded and stuff.
Yep. That was hard.
Hall of Fame. I mean Hall of Game by E40 dropped this year. Now, I'm gonna be honest.
Who was on this one? Sprinkle Me on this one?
Nah, that was Sprinkle Me was like 93. 93, 94. I wasn't in this. I didn't hear this album.
No, I don't think I heard this.
Wasn't too much in this one. Let's see. 2D Extreme. Definitely was not checking it out. From one extreme to another.
I don't remember that.
I definitely don't remember these people. Where was they from? Randy Gill and Jermaine Mickey. That was the name of the group. I don't know that. Iron Man came out.
First, I remember that.
Classic album.
That's it, right?
Yes.
All That I Got Is You.
Daytona 500. One of my favorite music videos of all time. RZA directed it. All he did was take an episode of Speed Racer and chopped it up. Insane. It also had Winter Wars, which was Capadonna just going crazy for about 2 minutes straight. After the smoke is clear. Huh?
Which video was that?
Daytona 500. And also they had issues clearing Mary J. Blige for their song.
Oh, I do remember this.
Yes, Daytona 500 is one of my is in my top 10 greatest hip rap video. Forget rap video, greatest videos of all time. And the reason it is because I remember watching it, I was like, this Speed Racer, and the RZA just said, you know what? I'm gonna just chop this up and make this a video, and that's it. And it's the audacity for me. I was like, what? Yes, I'm riding with it. And that's back on when I was a super RZA fan. I like people who do stuff that's stupid and they don't care. But it wasn't stupid to him. He thought that was super dope.
It was, and that song was super fire.
Daytona, that's my favorite. That song samples the Noculus, I think I'm pronouncing it right, by Burt Bacharach. I love this song. RZA is a genius, man. RZA is a genius. And I'm not saying a video was stupid. I'm saying from the outside looking in, it would look stupid, but it was called Daytona 500, which is the race. So why not have Speed Racer? He's a racer. OGC, The Storm. The original Gun Clappers. They from Long Island. I ain't know none of them. Yo, she dropped the album in 96. Total Control.
The one song I remember, You Can't Play. That was earlier though.
Yeah, that was 91.
LL
Cool J, All World. I have that album. I had that cover in there. This was just his greatest hits and stuff. Machiavelli, Dunk Illuminati, The 7 Day Theory.
Oh, that was like one of my favorite albums of all time, bro. Dog. That's you didn't listen to that?
I've never heard it. I'm saying when All Eyes on Me came out, I was kind of upset at Pac because I ain't like this Super Thug. And when I say Super Thug, it wasn't like I said, Tupacalypse Now my favorite Tupac album, right there with Me Against the World. All Eyes on Me was like half of that album was filler to me, and then I just didn't like that whole Death Row stuff he was doing. And like I said, he was a very angry dude around this time, and I didn't, because ain't this guy like Bum First and Against All Odds, all that stuff on here?
Yes, dog. This is like one of my favorite Tupac albums of all time. Crazy, White Man's World, Me and My Girlfriend.
I'm gonna be honest. You
Against
talk to
all
me all the
odds.
time. You talk to me all the time. I'm not a very angry person, and the stuff that do make me angry is something that the average person is not gonna be mad about. When people is really mad, I don't like that a lot. That's an emotion I push away. I don't really want to hear anger like that. I like people when they chill and stuff like that. He was too mad.
He had a few like to live and die in L.A. where every day you
Oh,
try
that
to
song was
fatten
on
your
there.
pocket. Yep, and then
I
toss
like
it
that.
up.
He had
Toss it up.
he had that video. He had the Grant Hill twos in that video.
Yeah,
Live and Die in LA. I wasn't feeling this, man. And plus, with the East Coast West Coast stuff, you already know Biggie my number one favorite stuff.
Yeah.
So even though I Hit 'Em Up is a dope song and stuff, it wasn't me picking no side. It's just I didn't understand why I knew he got shot at and he thought they did it and stuff like that, but Tupac's music to me was kind of like Nas. Nas a dope MC, but if the beats, they was the type of rappers that just felt like they lyrics were so dope, the beat didn't have to be dope. And I didn't like a lot of Tupac beat selection that he chose as well. I'm being honest. So
I got you.
Yeah, and he was super angry, man. I was like, gee, well, let me see who I liked when they was mad, or a mad rapper that I used to like. Nah, I don't know. I don't know. It was too much going on. Mo Thugs, Family Scriptures. I remember this album. This had that song, this is all Mo Thugs, Mo Thugs. This is all Mo Thugs, Mo Thugs, much love.
Oh, I remember that.
Thug devotion.
Yeah, I remember that.
Bless it for the children. You gotta give it up for Cleveland. That song was so far. Yeah, Thug Devotion. How you ain't got no article for Thug Devotion? Y'all dirty as hell. Whoever wrote this Wikipedia. Who else was on this thing? Richie Rich, seasoned veteran. I want to say it was a song he had on here I liked.
Was it with Pac? Because it's a song with Pac. Well, Pac said, no, I'll never forget this. Pac was like, I've been shot and murdered. Can't tell you how it happened word for word. All I can say is that dude was that nigga gonna get what he deserved. In the same way, he was basically saying that whoever killed him was gonna get hit the same way he got hit.
And this lets you know that when me and you be having them deep talks, when people, I ain't for eye. And Pac was really about that. I was like, I don't agree. Check this out. Is this a song?
Yeah, no, look at the lyrics for that song.
Let me see. Let me change Tupac.
Because I remember hearing that like, oh, and nothing he a picture me murdered, a picture me rolling. Biggie Smalls got his eyes swollen, my hands on my nuts. I give a fuck I'm gonna die holding them. He was going in on this record.
Let's see.
That was Richie Rich.
Plastic. Oh, okay.
Because I think the first thing Biggie said was, I've been shot and murdered.
Oh, okay. The game is to be sold, not sold. No. Call on my real nigga when it's time to ride. No. How many verses does this song have?
That song
hey, now picture me rolling. Piggy Smalls got his eyes swollen. My hands on my nuts. I give a fuck. I'ma die holding them. Make these hoes pause while scheming on them draws. No money involved. Condom, pussy, dick. Is this the lyrics?
Yeah, that's Pac lyrics.
I don't know how the song goes, so that's why I'm reading.
Yeah, it's somewhere in there. No, it's cool. It's somewhere in there. He said, "I've been shot and murdered." Can't tell you how it happened. Hit Control F and hit.
Honey hoes get their hoes dug. I might show them the thug passion, but I'll never show them love. Can't this? I ain't gonna lie though. These types of lines, I was embracing these types of shit. I was very anti love. I was loving anybody right. That's all, dude. Can't hit them with the comeback. Relentless when I die. Strategize on my enemies and plot until they die. Ask me why I'm high. And my reply till the day I die. Don't want to picture this cold world through sober eyes. Damn, he was going through it. Thugs don't die. We multiply. Connect the spirits of the fallen homies and busters. Then we ride. Surprise niggas when they seen us, they dug down, ha 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 ha. Just as we anticipated, Endo and bus rounds, fucking clowns, still watching clips of I Get Around, scream and like a bitch when I beat them down, niggas unchanged.
I think that's like the second verse, yeah.
And they said, God damn, how long was this song, bro? Do you know that's the fourth verse?
Yeah, no, that's what. Like I think Tupac was the third verse of that song. Because he's third and the fourth. He came back out.
Okay, so this the fourth right here, and they still changing. Understand what I'm saying? Police
Now
sweeping up on a nigga.
Google hit Control F and hit F5 or the search, and then type murder. I know that. I've been shot right there. Yeah, I've been shot and murdered. Right there. There we go. Go down.
I see that, but do you know how far down this is?
Damn. They was going in on this record.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We didn't even get to that part yet. No more regular rapping. Dare me to cap them and watch me blast. These niggas be acting for that simple fact. Player, I'm mash out. Last all my homies. Wait, I mash out last. Wait. Player, I'm a mash out last all my homies for multiple
centuries. Outlast all my enemies.
Outlast. Can you see it enough to read it? Because I can't rap it because I don't know the I don't know how the beat go.
Yeah, it's hard, man. Like
it's too small on the Ninja too?
No, I can see it on the Ninja, but this part of it, I don't remember that part.
Well, he don't say I murder them all, Mr. Machiavelli, plus some fuck. They tell me
it's right there.
I make these niggas hop on. They told us like Alvin Ailey. Who is that?
I don't know, but then that's where he go like, I've been shot and murdered.
Can't tell you how I had the worst word.
But best believe these niggas gonna get what they deserve. Get what they deserve in the same way. God bless my brain because my game pays cash, getting my ass for days. I just remember that part. Okay. the whole I've been shot and murdered part. Because everybody was like, dang. Because I think by the time this came out, he was gone.
Damn.
When did he die? He definitely died. This came out like right after he died.
This came out like shortly after he died. This song came out November 5th. Didn't he die earlier that year in 96?
Yeah, so that's why I remember that part was like so big. We was like, dang, Pac over here talking about he was shot and murdered and he died. He did get shot and murdered.
Oh, dude, he was like the first nigga where on that on the rabbit hole stuff where everybody was like the hiding all the Easter eggs about him being dead. When at the end of the day, he was just hella paranoid. And he had reason to be though, because niggas did try to take him out multiple times.
He died September 7th. So he died September, October, November. So this was like 6 weeks after.
But ain't no telling when he recorded that though.
But back in 96 though.
Oh yeah, back in 96 we thought the songs was
like Pac telling us he got killed. Pac ain't dead. And then everybody started that whole thing. Pac ain't no way.
Nobody think Pac was dead around my hood. Pac still alive. I was like,
oh, is that Tila?
I don't know. Tila, Peace of Mind. This had that song. Whole show. Yeah. That's a classic. You know that was Jazzy Faye.
I remember you told me that.
And Jazzy Faye produced that too.
That beat was hit.
Hoes in the club showing love, shaking that ass in the club. Now love. Eminem dropped his first studio album called Infinite through Web Entertainment Recordings.
I don't remember that.
Didn't nobody know who that was before Dre.
Oh, look him hardcore. That I remember.
I got that album in here.
I remember that.
I got that. I remember my mama walked in. I was listening to that song. It was like, if you ain't sucking no dick, we don't want it. We don't want it. And she just walked in and looked at me and closed the door and walked out and turned around and just left.
Hey, I forgot about them songs, man. Yeah, it was wild. What do you think about that? I'm trying to think, what would I think about this about 16-year-old real listening to that?
That showed how old I was, but I mean, it wasn't that she could do. I mean, I guess she could have took it, but by that time I had already been infiltrated with the message. It was nothing to do. Hey, speaking of that, let me tell you this one story real quick about, speaking of like a person, parents trying to destroy the music, even though they knew the CD back and forth. When Bone came out, my cousin, the one you met, had the bold tape, and I'll never forget. He called me one time. He's like, "Man, guess what my mama did?" I was like, "What?" "Man, she done came in my room." He's like, "Come over here." And so I drove over there. I went over there, and man, I go in there on the floor. Or my mama took me over there. I go on the floor, dude. She had took the bone tape and took all the tape out of it and just threw it down, and it cracked open. And I was like, dude. She was like, she don't want me to listen to devil music in the house. I was like, well, they do be talking about praying to Mr. Ouija and stuff, so I can't really.
I said, well, they was like they were doing chants on that mother, wasn't they?
Yeah, I knew they really wasn't doing no satanic stuff, but I mean, you can't tell nobody that when it's a song literally called "Mo Murder," and they sing about it in perfect harmony.
Yeah.
What do you want, daughter? Going where? How we gonna get the pizza? You go get the pizza first. No, she ain't coming back that soon. You sure? Then wait till she get back and take her card in. Yes. No, I ain't told her to get the pizza yet. So how she gonna pick up something that I ain't ordered yet? Yeah, so just wait till she get here, then you take her card. Yes, Dad, come on. She on her way back, right? I don't know. What time is Junior coming home? 8. So you can just wait till 8:30. No. Well, go pick up the pizza and then you can come. No. Yes. So you got a hot date? No, we're going to Chili's. Chili's got a new burger. It tastes like whatchamacallit. You bring me back one of them, you can take the trip. No, you paying for it. Oh, well, I guess you have fun waiting on and no fries. My bad. And be careful. Which Chili's y'all going to? You going to all the way in Frisco? Oh, well, bring me my gun.
I'm trying to listen to some the Dogfather stuff. Can't remember what was on that.
I did not touch that album. To this day, I ain't heard one song from that album. Hold on, let me that cut off. Where we cut off at? Talking about Lil Kim?
Eminem. Oh no, Lil Kim, you're right. Lil Kim, yeah.
Cause I'm gonna chop this out. Okay. Next up, the Doggy Dog, Snoop Doggy Dogg, and the Dogfather. Did you listen to this album?
No, I was actually just going through the list and trying to see. I don't remember none of these songs. Snoop's Upside Your Head.
Oh, I remember that song. They played that on the radio. It goes Snoop upside your head.
That's the only thing I remember. Yeah.
Who even produced this album?
That like an old 70s song.
Oh, DJ Pooh produced most of this, and Daz. Well, no, it was mostly DJ Pooh. Yeah, DJ Pooh and Daz. Oh, he sure did do that redo of the Vapors too. Snoop's Upside. Yeah, this was a sad album. Somebody told me this album was dope though, and we just hating. We got a bad memory of it. Not somebody told me, but I remember watching a video. I believe it was a YouTube video where it was like, yes, the Dogfather wasn't that bad of a CD. It was it just it wasn't. Basically, they were saying Doggy Style was so good. How could he follow it up with anything else?
I got you.
Which is very true.
Yeah, that was a fire album.
What could he have followed up? Because that's why Dre didn't drop for like 10 years. Because he was like, what I'm gonna do after this?
Yeah, that album was fire.
But that 2001 definitely was equal, and in my opinion, better. But that's just me. Almighty RSO. I think this had who is this? I want to say Benzino funded them. He was like behind them and didn't listen to him. DJ Shadow, I heard this person, he a DJ. Definitely wasn't listening to him. Flesh and Bones album had dropped. My sister Keisha had got this, and I ain't listened to one song off this album. Do you know any songs off of this?
No.
Thugs, Trues, Humbly United, Gathering Souls. I remember when everybody had an acronym and stuff for they for what they stuff with me. Cause Tupac had one for Thugs too, didn't he?
Yep.
I forgot what it was.
Thug Life had something, yeah.
Yeah. Foxy Brown dropped the Ill Nana. I know all the singles, but I didn't get this album. Did you get this album?
I heard it. I ain't go get it though.
Yeah, I for some reason I ain't have no problem walking in and getting Lil' Kim album, but Foxy just didn't have nothing. If she just wasn't plugged in, that I just didn't get it. Mobb Deep, Hell on Earth. What singles was on this?
Hell on Earth. You know, it's Hell on Earth.
Oh, Godfather God Part 3 is one of my favorite beats.
The Hell on Earth record was fire too. Do you remember that song?
Let me see. Do I remember Hell on Earth? Oh yeah. How could I not know this? How this beat? However, I didn't listen to that song like that. Godfather 3 was the God Father Part 3 QBC Carti. But I like that sample because it was from Scarface when he got shot at the end.
Oh yeah.
And it was also from when he was looking at the blimp. Actually, it was from when he looked at the blimp, but then they played it again when he died because it showed him at the very top of the world when it said the world is yours. And then they played it again when he had the globe spinning when he was dead, saying the world is yours, showing you his very top and his very bottom. Damn, that was deep. Yeah, I didn't listen to the rest of this album though, so sorry guys. Shaquille O'Neal, You Can't Stop the Rain. You know this album is finally on Spotify. It just got approved to be on Spotify.
That's wild because he had that was when he had Biggie on. But there's an actual Shaq song, a verse I used to rap that I could probably rap right now. It's a song called Outstanding, but I don't think it was on this album.
Dope.
I'm Outstanding.
Dude, his first two albums were fire.
Yeah, dog, I rock with Shaq. I didn't rap shit.
I like that song. That song he had. Or was that a part of the same song? He was like, when Phil was my father, when my biological didn't bother. Yeah. Dude, Shaq was dope.
Yeah, and then he had the Foosh niggas up, Can We Rock?
What's up, Doc? Can we rock? Yeah. And he had that song No Hooks with Wu-Tang with RZA and Method Man.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, we don't need him. No. Shaq, and this You Can't Stop the Rain was ice cold too. You can't stop the rain.
That was over, man.
The rap with Shaq, probably the only basketball player that put out music and it was actually dope.
Shaq did everything, bro. What has Shaq not been good at?
What has he not been good at? And he been a straight up police officer, ain't killed no niggas, perfect police officer. This dude is great at everything.
Yeah, bro.
Zero niggas on the murder rap sheet for Shaq. Dr. Dre permits the Aftermath. Do you remember this album?
Huh. When was on that?
Let me see. It was just a compilation of a whole bunch of different art. Oh, this that album that had a Been There.
Oh, I remember Done There.
This album flopped like hell. I remember that too. Woo, woo, woo. I'm sorry. I was like, you can't come with us with this after the Chronic. Hey, on some real stuff. That's why the name of the album is Dr. Dre Presents the Aftermath, and it was a compilation because he was scared. Yeah. And he should have been. You can't. What can you follow up the Chronic and Doggy Style with? You really screwed up. Same thing with the Fugees. That's why we didn't get no album after the Fugees. What you gonna come with after the score?
The score was fire, bro.
Nelly, one of the few people that had like a crazy first CD and then came back with another crazy second CD, like back to back craziness. Then, of course, you got to follow off because then he came out with Sweatsuit, and I don't understand what was going on in that area right there. But Dude. Let's see. So what was next after that? Be Legit, Bay Area, The Click, that's E40, Hemp Museum. Didn't hear it, but I'm sure it was Baytastic. Keith Murray, Enigma. Definitely didn't hear that, but I'm sure it's classic. Chat GPT did not bring this album up because I know Chat GPT was not calibrated to look for BG Chopper City in the Ghetto. But Chopper City
was the heat.
Was the heat. Dude, my favorite song on here was hold on, let me get this thing off and make sure dang, this is discography. I don't want this discography. Chopper City in the Ghetto. That CD cover, first of all, is just a classic CD cover. Like, this is pinnacle. This is pinnacle pen and pixel work right here. And I remember always, even, did you question these type of CD covers? Because I did.
Like,
I would look and be like,
did I think that none of this stuff was real?
No, it wasn't about thinking it was real. I was just like, why? Like, I understood that they was trying to portray that they were balling out of control, so they just put but that's a giant bottle of Moet. Like, it was just like they was making YouTube thumbnails before YouTube thumbnails was a thing.
It's like the executive was like, more stereotypes. We need the bottle to be bigger. Put a fucking car on there. Diamonds, gold.
We need put some diamonds in the tire of the car. No, not on the rims, on the tire.
When you smiling, your face needs to look like you taking a shit.
Yes.
Right now. That's how
right. More. That's it.
But this the mud that had bling. It had bling on that mud. Bling bling. Every time I come around, I see the bling bling.
No, bling wasn't on this one.
Yes, it was.
So I'm tripping, dude. I don't know why I'm tripping. This
Cash Money
this was nothing but hits.
Amazing nigga.
Yes.
Yeah, Cash Money was an army.
Hold on, my favorite song was About My Paper. That was him in one at the beat where it go dun 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 dun. I'm about my paper. I'm about my. Yeah, nigga.
Oh, I used to number 10 too. BG, go home with your dog, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With your dog, yeah.
Dude, this is a crazy album, man. This is a crazy album. Let's see. 666 dropped the chapter The End. And this was before I was really into 3-6 like that. I remember this dude had brought this album to school. And I didn't get into this album so much later. I was late to the 666 train, actually. I didn't really get into them till the Club Up came out. And this was the same year. And I remember Late Night Tip. And I'm talking about from that time. I know these songs now. But
get involved in long relationships. Take interest.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not on
that. And this this is one of my favorite songs right here, nigga. Walk up to your house, knock on your door, and blow your ass off. Walk up to your house, knock on your door, and blow your ass off. Walk up to your house, knock on your door, and blow your. And this Juicy J took a verse because they was recycling verses. He had his verse start off late last night. I was in the bed, eyes red, thinking about man. Project man, Juicy J, one of my favorite MCs of all time. Let's see. And then
I think my boy next.
Hold on, I messed up and hit the dang wrong button. When I tried to open it, I gotta go to history. All right, music, hip hop 96. Oh, maybe it's still open. Let me see. I got so many dang tabs open.
I think it's that very first tab, but you just gotta hit the back button.
Oh, okay, you right. Let's see. Nah, that was. It was the album released in 96.
Maybe
I can hit that back button.
That was that.
What was this one? Nah, I had opened that individually. I do believe it's one of these. I just got to hit the back button to it. History. Hall of Fame. Let me go to this history. Oh, we'll put albums. 1996. There we go. All right. And we at the end too, as far as all the albums. So
Redman.
666, yeah. Whoa, Muddy Waters.
That was
I
my
heard
favorite.
this album.
That was one of my favorite albums of all time for Redman.
What singles came off on this?
Whatever, man. I think you ready to roll this weed up? Whatever, man. You better to knock this nigga out? Whatever, man.
Yep, sure was.
He had a what other song? What other singles did he have right here? I loved this album. This was the album that made me decide you know what, I'm rapping.
Word.
Like the feeling I got when I listened to this album, I was like, I want my lyrics to be able to make people feel like this.
Wow, that's what rap is supposed to do.
Yeah.
Or good music in general. What's this Smoke Buddha with Rick James? Was that a sample or he was actually?
Smoke Buddha. It was it had Rick James music playing in the background. That Mary, but he had a song called Smoke Buddha.
Okay. Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to get this a spin because I ain't really heard a Redman album. I heard any singles he done had, but I ain't never heard a Red.
He had a theme to it. Like even when I made my albums, I made my albums with his themes because he had a song called Superman Lover where he would talk about smashing a chick or just some relationship he had with some chick.
Yeah.
Like on this one, he's like, look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Nah, and then he'd be like, I was flying through the motherfucking sky with my blunt full of lie, P on lie. I can't remember that shit now. Dang, but that he had some heat.
You know what it sounded like Redman was to me?
What's that?
He seemed like he was Ludacris before Ludacris.
Yeah, that's Ludacris, one of his favorite rappers. That's exactly what it was. Yeah.
Wow.
I gotta look at these lyrics, bro.
Who else was next? Dang, 96 was just stacked.
I think that was it right there.
Let's see. Lost the dang. Oh no, I didn't. Big Noid. I done heard of Big Noid. He from the East Coast, but I ain't never listened to his music. I thought he was like a down south or some rapper. And then San Quinn, Dead Ringers, don't know. Freak Nasty, bro. So you know this the Dip song, dude, right?
Dip song.
I put my hand up on your dip. When I dip, dude, this album is a personal favorite album of mine. It's all kind of Luke type music or whatever, and I love that album. Smooth the Hustler, Insane Clown Posse dropped another one on you. Young Lay, Black and Dangerous, he from the Bay, and Ill Biscuits. They was from Virginia.
That was some bangers that came out.
And that was the entire year in 1996. Now, we shall go through and pick we will do another video with y'all. We will go through and pick our favorite. How about we do this? We pick our top 5 each albums from that, and then we do a video on that.
That'd be dope.
Because these tabs, I'm sure y'all cannot see the tabs. Here you go. These are all the albums. And half of these are R&B albums. But these are all the albums. So, we will see y'all on the next video where we go into and pick our top 5 each, rap and R&B. So we'll see you there. Peace out.
Peace.